Welcome to the Plant Farm It YouTube channel. Rosemary is relatively easy to grow. The shrub bears small, tubular flowers that can be white, pink, or blue. Rosemary can grow in pots or herb gardens. Test your soil before planting. The best way to propagate rosemary is by taking a cutting from an already vigorous plant. Rosemary seldom needs fertilizer. Like most herbs, rosemary is fairly drought resistant. On average, water rosemary every 1 to 2 weeks. To prevent the disease from spreading, check the plants regularly and apply proper fungicides when needed. Rosemary is fairly resistant to pests. Once the plant grows to a suitable size, you can pick several small branches. To find out more about how to grow rosemary, watch the video until the end. And make sure to subscribe and click on the bell button to be notified on the similar upcoming videos on sustainable gardening practices. Rosemary is an evergreen shrub that is native to the Mediterranean region. It is relatively easy to grow, making it a good choice for any low-maintenance landscapes or home herb gardens. The small, linear leaves are arranged on opposite sides of the stems. The leaves are rich in essential oils, and their pungent flavor and pine-like scent make them a popular ingredient in fruits. The shrub bears small tubular flowers that can be white, pink, blue, or any shade in between. The flowers are borne on the upper leaf, the angle between the stem and the top of the leaves, in spring, summer, and fall. They can be used in salads and as a rosemary-flavored garnish. The growth habit ranges from very upright to spreading and prostrate. The upright varieties are best for both fresh and dried use. Rosemary is a perennial. Completes its life cycle in 3 or more years in most areas. The best varieties for cooking is pine scented because of its excellent flavor and soft leaves. Also used in cooking are Blue Boy, Spice Island, and White Rosemary. The varieties used more often as landscape plants are Arp, Dancing Waters, Golden Rain, Pink, and White. Rosemary can grow in pots or herb gardens. In herb gardens, it is often planted with thyme, oregano, sage, and lavender. When planting, choose a variety that is suitable for the climate, soil, and desired use. Most varieties grow best in well-drained, loamy, slightly acidic soil. The preferred soil pH is between 6 and 7. Rosemary should be receive at least 6 hours of sun each day. It grows best in full sun. If you plan to use rosemary as a perennial plant, choose a site that will not be disturbed by tilling. Remove all rocks, shrubs, weed plants, debris, and tree roots from the area to be planted. Collect a soil sample and have it analyzed to determine your soil's fertility level. If needed, fertilize the soil according to the test results to supplement the nutrition added from compost or organic matter. If the pH is too low, add lime to make the soil more alkaline. Add about 4 inches of organic matter or compost to the soil surface and incorporate it with a pitchfork or a rototiller to a depth of 4 to 6 inches. Raised or slightly mounded beds provide the best drainage for this herb. Although it is readily available and usually inexpensive, its germination rate is usually only about 50%. The best way to propagate rosemary is by taking a cutting from an already vigorous plant. Clip a 3-inch branch from the stem of the plant. Trim off most of the lower leaves to 1.5 inches up the stem. Plant 1 or 2 cuttings into a 3-inch pot. Water the cuttings. Place the pot in a window with indirect sunlight and temperatures between 60 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. After about 8 weeks, the cuttings will be rooted and ready for transplanting to their permanent location. Rosemary seldom needs fertilizer, but if growth is slow or the plant appears stunned or pale yellow, apply fertilizers once in early spring before new growth appears. Any all-purpose fertilizer in dry or liquid form is suitable as long as you apply it correctly. To prevent leaf burning, do not apply it directly to the plant. Like most herbs, rosemary is fairly drought resistant and if healthy enough can tolerate a light freeze. It is most successful when grown from cuttings or transplants. Too much water can cause root rot. Because it's needless, do not wilt as broad leaves do. Sometimes it can be difficult to determine when a rosemary plant needs water. On average, water rosemary every 1 to 2 weeks, depending on the plant size and climate conditions. Allow the plants to dry out thoroughly between each watering. Cases have been reported. To prevent the disease from spreading, check the plants regularly and apply the proper fungicides when needed. You can reduce the incidence of diseases by pruning overgrown plants to improve air circulation within them. Pruning also stimulates the production of new shoots. Rosemary is fairly resistant to pests. If some do appear, you might use an organic insecticide. Insects that suck plant sap are generally more prevalent in areas where too much nitrogen fertilizer have been applied. You can avoid most insect problems by fertilizing properly. Once the plant grows to a suitable size, you can pick several small branches without harming it. Nursery plants can be harvested sooner than cuttings or seeds. Although you might harvest rosemary several times in a season, allow the plants to replace their growth between harvests. The clippings can be used fresh or dried for later use. Fresh cuttings retain their best flavor for 2 to 7 days in the refrigerator. To store rosemary longer, hang it in bundles to dry. Thank you for watching and make sure to subscribe and click on the bell button to be notified on the similar upcoming videos. Plant Farm It is a platform for horticulture and environmental enthusiasts, helping you maximize your time and efforts and provide you with pragmatic guides on how to plant, farm, and eat sustainably.